Laser and hill.
Laser to hill. O2, one shot.
Drop and kill hill, guys.
One shot, O2, ghost. O2, one shot, ghost. Nice. O2, two guys, O2. One lifted and one's going hill.
Hill right now,
Kill
right
him,
now.
kill him. Kill him,
Nice,
get the
Mike.
hill then. Kill him and get the hill.
Nice shot. He's going to be a sword.
Sword.
I think sword. Yeah, sword.
Sword.
And Lobby, one shot, going sword.
There you go.
One shot. Base with spawn. Two guys, O2. Drop down two. O2. Laser to hill.
Laser to hill.
Nice, Mason. Last one, you got it. You got it. In hill.
Sorry. Hey, Rockets.
Michael, laser.
48.
Get my hill.
48 on rocks.
48. Make sure you get him out of hill.
They're going to rocks.
Tag and fill. One shot, in hill.
Rock's going to drop.
One dead. In hill. He's one shot. There's two of us there.
One shot.
Floor, I think. That's sword.
That's
sword. In hill, laser.
That's sword, Tom. Kill sword. Kill sword.
I'm just mumbling here to fucking
Sword.
One shot above.
Ogre 1 and Nada were both sitting there waiting for Rockets to come up. Nada got taken out. Ogre 1 moving around, doing a good job right here.
You know, Sundance, and you know, we were knocking a little bit that final boss wasn't communicating, but then I saw Strong Side. He had a 7-kill killing spree there, got the team a little bit fired up. Bravo started clapping his hands, and then they were able to lock down that top hill. They got a big chunk of time, but always here down on the bottom hill, it looks like Carbon is able to execute their strategy a little bit more, picking up 5 seconds at a time, just as we saw Straight Rippin' doing.
Yeah, and you know, and you were exactly right. Strong Side went on a run right there, got him back in the game. But then it seemed to me like he was being a little too aggressive. Like he had some success, he didn't know when to pull back. And again, that's a product of maybe, you know, trying to do too much on your own. It's a team game. You gotta run as a group. But his team's in it. They're not out of it, and they're in it because of that run that he went on.
I gotta defend Strong Side though. You know, he killed 3 kings during that time. You know, he had a lot of deaths, but he was that player like T Squared was in the same game type where he was the guy in the spawn system, and every time you heard his teammates calling out, they said you gotta get him out of the hill. So they're putting the pressure on him. Strong Side doing as much as he could. And final boss, they're in this game, but they're down by 10 seconds. But check this out. You see Strong Side sitting in that hill. Ogre 1 coming off the respawn, back orange, and they're going to try and lock down the top, but they're going to have to get one player in the sword room because it looks like Carbon is taking over, and I want to jump back on over with the Carbon guys and see what's going on right, because they just killed all 4 members of Final Boss here. Let's go to Nated as you shine.
The touch of death continues.
I'm talented.
That's all good. You know, but the thing is I like what I'm seeing out of Final Boss, and you're right. Strong Side's game is Strong Side's game. Everybody knows that. It's just sometimes I wish he would count to 5 before he ran back into a battle. I love the kid. As I said, at the beginning of the year, I picked him to do big things, and I think that right now is his opportunity to do big things because his team is in this game. They win this, and then they put the force of deciding 5th game. And right now,
Carbon's trying to make sure that doesn't happen. There you go. So Final Boss takes the lead. The crowd starts to make some noise here. 189 to 181. The hill is going to move here in 7 seconds back to the bottom hill. That's where we've seen Carbon be able to pick up some huge chunks of time. But remember, in the final minute of the game, the hill will move back up top to the top of the closed side of the map. We are going to jump on board with Shockwave. He is trying to get, it looks like, Neighbor, who is sitting down in that hill, and now he's going to go back sword and make sure that if any of his teammates die, they will spawn with him here. And, of course, he's going to make sure that no one from Final Boss is hiding, as Ogre 2 is trying to do there.
Oh, look at that, falling him down. Shockwave playing great this event. It was just great to see. I mean, I never want to see anybody have a bad event, but to see these guys playing the way they're playing right now is just amazing. This has been some incredible Halo.
You know, some knocks on him earlier in the season. He was too worried about having fun at college, you know, doing some fraternity things, trying to get a fraternity started up at his college down there in Virginia. But now, the last 3 weeks, you know, he's put in more time probably to practice than I've seen out of him in the last 3 events. And, you know, he's really showing that the Shockwave of old is back here to show up well here in Las Vegas. We're jumping on board with Ghost Yami. He's trying to lock down the top open. 211 to 202. This is going to be a tight game coming down to the wire. And remember, the first team to 250 seconds will win the game. We got the Rockets in the hands of Ogre 1, but he is going to get fired on by 3 members of Carbon who all spawned up top. But check this out, Sonny. Final Boss picking up some crucial time here, and Ogre 2 just picked up a big kill shooting upwards.
Oh my goodness.
Their strong side cleans up 3 of 4 kills before finally being taken down by Nated.
We're a minute and 12 away right now, and this game couldn't be any closer.
4-second lead here for Carbon and growing. They got to get Ghosteami out of the sword. He was spawning all of his teams up.
Yeah, stay here. Get in the hill. Come on. Here, Mason. Here, I'm going to go. Someone going to go.
And this is huge. Final Boss has got the top close hill set up. If they can lock this down, they'll do just what Instinct did and take this to the game-deciding Game 5 Team Slayer. But Captain Anarchy is going to pick up a triple kill to shut down Final Boss. 30 seconds left on the clock. And this one is nearing a Carbon victory.
Unbelievable. You know, Anarchy got to be feeling good right now. Strong side comes up. Trade kills right there. We're 20 seconds away from Carbon pulling off a huge upset bucket.
And Final Boss is in the hill, Sonny. Sit down, Captain Anarchy. He's pulling a karma. Final Boss in the hill.
Not enough time.
And there we go.
Not enough time. Whoa. Some people celebrate a little too soon, it seems like, but what a finish bucket. I'm speechless.
Yeah, I couldn't say anything there for about 30 seconds here. This is ridiculous. Carbon 3-1 over Final Boss. That's right, the 7th seed coming in here, knocking out the number 2, knocking out the number 3 seeded teams, and now they will see themselves in the winners bracket finals here in the Las Vegas 2008 championship event.
This is just unbelievable. I mean, you know, I told you we were talking about picking brackets and doing them for this event. So who's going to get it right? And you said, I think I got it right. I think I nailed it. I think I'm perfect. Obviously, you weren't because you did not have Carbon going, but neither did anyone else. This has just been a ridiculous display from Carbon. Final Boss obviously frustrated, but they're not out. They can fight their way back. These guys are warriors. They've been in this position before. Obviously disappointed, but you know what? There's one guy down on the main stage who's not disappointed. It's Chris Smith, a.k.a. Shockwave. He's with my boy, Sexy Nexy. Nexy, what's the good word?
What's going on? Sunny D, my IFB is messing up a little bit here. I'm down here with Shockwave. Shockwave, I'm actually pretty proud of you. I've known you for a long time now. Tell me, you got to play FB. What's it like playing FB here and actually beating them?
We've had to match up against FB in every single Vegas championships we've gone to so far, at least I've gone to. And it's felt good to beat them. Let's just put it that way.
That's awesome. Well, you guys just beat Triggers Down, the number 2 seed. Final Boss, the number 3 seed. I see you're sporting the Ghosteami jersey right there. Is this a new Carbon? What am I seeing today?
We're seeing a finally practiced Carbon with things falling our way.
All right, that sounds just about right. You guys will be moving on to the winter bracket finals. Tell me, what are we going to see in the winter bracket finals?
It should be a good show. We've played a lot against Straight. We land against them. It should be good games.
All right, once again, thank you, Shockwave. Thank you, Carbon. Sunny D, back to you.
Thank you, Nexy. Thank you, Shockwave. I feel like it's, 2006, 2007? This is crazy. We haven't seen this all season out of Carbon. Final Boss has some work to do. They're not done yet. Great display from Carbon.
Hey, guys, I just got to point this out. With that win, Carbon has guaranteed themselves at least a top 3 finish. That is going to be the highest finish in their entire season here in 2008. So congratulations to those guys. But you know what? They might end up finishing first with another $100,000 in their pockets.
And they're doing it when it shows. And when we come back, we got the moment of the match. We're going to close out the show and get you ready for tomorrow, all when we return.